This is Joan Jerkovich, your life coach here on News Radio 1150 KSAL, here to have a little bit of fun with you today. Also to talk about some serious issues, especially my headline story where the sister took her mother away from the other family members and hid her in her last days. This is a very compelling story. You'll want to stay tuned and hear. But next, I'm going to be talking to a woman who has a long-distance relationship. And this kind of made me think about that story I did some years back about catfishing. Now, Catfish, if you don't know about this, was a 2010 American documentary film that was directed by Henry Joost and Ariel Schulman. And they involved a young man. His name is Nev. And he was being filmed by his brother and his friend as he developed and built this romantic relationship with a young woman off Facebook. Well, you may have heard of Nev. You may have watched him on his subsequent MTV reality TV series called Catfish, the TV show. I know I've watched this show quite a few times myself because I find it really intriguing that these people are completely duped by these fake Facebook profiles. And I'm going to tell you here later in the show about how you can tell if somebody might be a fake. But anyway, these guys set out to make a documentary about this happening to Nev. Nev begins this online relationship with Megan. She sends him MP3s of songs that she has been singing, but he finds out later that they're just all something she ripped off of performances that she found on YouTube. Well, as the documentary, or some called it just simply a story that was somewhat fabricated, goes, Megan eventually, or so-called Megan, eventually confesses that the various Facebook profiles that she's been putting up are all fakes. Well, then enters this guy named Vince, and he's apparently had some relationship with the real Megan. I think her name actually was Angela, and he tells Nev the story of how he knows Angela to be. And basically, he's implying that she's pretty much of a fake and phony. And let me tell you where this catfishing idea comes from. Vince was talking about how when live cod are shipped from Asia to North America, the fish become really inactive in the tanks, and they just kind of, I guess, sit there during that long journey, which results in their flesh that, of course, is being sent to the dinner tables in America. Turns kind of a mushy flesh, kind of smushy and not, of course, the best quality. So these fishermen, I'm sure wanting to get the best price they can for the fish, found out that if they put into these holding tanks catfish in the tanks with the cod that they were shipping, that the cod would be chased around by the catfish, kept them active, kept their muscles, so to speak, moving, and ensured the quality of the fish so that they were better prepared to go to market. I don't know, maybe this Vince guy was a fisherman in his own right. How he knew this, I don't know. But what he was making a point of was he talked about how there are people in our lives who keep us active and always on our toes and always thinking. And he was saying this and implying that this is what he would think this Angela, a.k.a. Megan, to be, the one who was rusing Nev in this film documentary. Now, this documentary has been thought by some movie critics and others in the industry to think it's just simply a fake or a hoax, but it's certainly caught on, and it's certainly got these young directors and filmmakers their own MTV reality series. Now, I'm going to get to my caller who wants to talk about her long-distance relationship, but later in the show, I'm going to tell you how you can protect yourself from getting duped or catfished, and who are those people usually portraying themselves to be. Here with your life coach on the Joan Jerkovich Show on News Radio 1150 KSAL.